really want to buy a car. Yeah, it's not going to be an entertaining derby. People are doubting, but now it's going to be a 0-0 score line. People were doubtful that we're going to see goals. People are going to tell me that it's going to be another historic event where, at the very least, it's worth talking about. It's not the best of derbies we've ever seen, where we've seen flair, but it was entertaining, very intense. The ball was moving at times. There was stop and go here and there where it was a bit untidy, but at the end of the day, for me, in my opinion, the better team won. Welcome back to TLP. Welcome back to the pod. Before we talk about the game, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and please share the video if you can. Help the boy. It helps to the algorithm to send it to more people like yourself who tune in, who get to see the video and all these things. So it's a derby once more. Look, it's a decent game for me. Again, it's the game we've been waiting for. It's the biggest football calendar in it's the biggest game in the football calendar. A lot of people are waiting for it. We were just anticipating a lot of things, starting with the lineup. What are the coaches thinking? Both teams come from a loss midweek. Chiefs lost last weekend. So there was a lot of things that came into this game, and we saw on the pitch that there was a lot of emotions and tactical work that was done. Pirates were desperately needing this game, obviously, to make a stake in challenging the league. So very entertaining. Just want to quickly go into the lineup, but obviously starting with the Pirates, lineup. Look, looking from both ends, it was very. I think in the previous video I did mention that it was going to be a very, I don't know, we didn't know what lineup exactly was going to happen because Pirates, they do have a spine, a foundation. The only issue here is that obviously, do I change? Because we've lost since the loss against the Pyramids, and you wouldn't exactly know. Again, they lost against Kukune. So you don't know if the coach was going to keep the shape the same way, or there were a couple of players who were being rested for this game. Remember, there's still another derby playing next week, and suspensions. There were 4 players on the yellow card today. So managing the game and also trying to get the result was both difficult. I must be honest, from both teams. But well done to Pirates. Shout out to Pirates. They won. I mean, Chief supporter myself. I'm disappointed, but I think as a football fan, I can appreciate the intensity and how Pirates came from behind and to capitalize on either a mistake. Because this was a game. Look at Derby, it's all about that. It's all about mistakes. It's all about moments, players being able to pick those moments and, get the result at the end of the day. And Pirates, look, they did get the result. And look, okay, let's start. Let's go. Look, started with the same predicted back four with just an addition Marco. Then obviously now, like I said, on the left channel is going to be playing. Then we've got Shandu there, wing back as well. Fandwa, I'm not sure what happened to him. Maybe it's injury. I don't know if he's been saved or he's suspended. Not too sure about that. Then we've got Unkota on the right, inverted, and obviously Mfukeng inverted. The biggest surprise that we've been talking about is that uzodlala ngubani, and he actually chose Umahupa. He had an outstanding game for me. I think that first half, if he took the chance, it could have been 3-1 maybe, not too sure. But I think he proved a lot of doubts is wrong. And Bonile ngali celebration that there was a lot of emotion. And for him, he goes down in history that he has scored in the Soweto derby. Mufokeng as well goes down in history. It's his first goal in the derby as well. And that's the kind of lineup that Pirates was looking into. Obviously now, the way it started, I don't know if it's because of the delay, but they started slow. Pirates started slow, to be honest. Chiefs were more, I think, the first 20 minutes, they were dictating play a bit, and they looked like they were looking for that goal. And it came in the second minute. I mean, Lilepo first touch puts it behind. But I have to be critical of Ushain. I think that goal was too tamed, man. ukuthi lingamshaya kangaka. I guess it's anticipation that he didn't expect him to hit it first time because he was looking at the defense. And the kind of distance as a goalkeeper sometimes you undermine the levels of calculation that they have to make when you are looking to think that the defender is going to put in a leg or two or block the shot at the very instant. So it needs a sharpshooter sometimes to pick that spot. And I think he was caught off balance, I think, or by surprise. But it looked not really a convincing shot, but it was enough to get Kaizer Chiefs ahead. I think that goal kind of convinced us that maybe it's going to be a Kaizer Chiefs kind of game where they steal it away from them. But Pirates had more in the tank. I think the second 20 minutes or the last 20 minutes of the first half. And like I said, it's a game of moments. I mean, just one splitting pass from Isai Dilaga like cross because they always play with the high line without speed. I mean, him and Dove, he's younger, but Udove doesn't have the sharpness because he's come back from injury, and I think you have to get there first. So he wasn't there in time when Mahopo capitalizes. I need to be critical of Obavuma though. I need to be critical of this guy because ingene part now. I mean, in between your legs. So when you think about the fact that a lot of fans have been critical of the goals he's been conceding, there you are. This is a one of many examples that he hasn't been as solid. And I mean, with 2 games left, I mean, not going to be able to qualify for the top 8. We don't know if they're going to keep him as a goalkeeper for the Nedbank final. I think it's time to give Peterson a chance, even though I don't think he's better than Umvuma in any case because he makes the same mistake. So, and he would be rusty. So I think Pirates picked their moments very well. But shout out to Chiefs in the first 20 minutes because they looked different. They picked their moments. They were very patient. They combined very well, and they challenged Pirates. In the midfield. I mean, they always wanted to penetrate from the inside, and Ungqobo, man, was dictating play. So Pirates started switching on. Maybe in the last 10 minutes, especially, they looked now like a better side. Remember, I said, for me, as much as we can say on paper, Soweto Derby, all these emotions, and they know each other very well. But to be honest, in the last 2 years, Pirates are a better team than Kaizer Chiefs. I mean, the position on the log justifies that. So if you are a football fan, you would expect Pirates to either get a result or come back the way they did. So there's not surprise to a lot of football fans who really follow the game. So Pirates started showing their dominance and quality in moments where they had to defend well. I mean, that goal, remember, if you can check, it came from a noble decision where he just had, I think it was Sereno making a run on his right, and he chose the most difficult pass, and it takes the best in the world to really make it work. Like Umesi Maral shy in between and make sure that the defender doesn't get it. So moment of quality for Mahopa, I would be honest, on Kumbuze, AFCON. I mean, when he actually had to come with the goals when they needed him the most, is more especially because Pirates were actually desperate for that goal. So it set the tone for the second half. Now, if we're to check or come to Kaizer Chiefs, I was really surprised. I was really wondering what kind of defense they're going to come with, which midfielder they're going to use for this game, and the last 3 that they use. Okay, as expected, Sereno, Modi, Lilep was a surprise. Finally, as a strike, he looked good in my honest opinion. And Mart, and again, Navi plays Ungqobo as an 8. So, for me, I don't know. Then we don't know Sereno, no Shabalala again, where they were playing. They looked very clumsy for me because Shabalala is everywhere. Sereno is everywhere. Nini, Uga left, Nini, Uga right. Both him, Shabalala and Modi are making the same runs on the left channel. Sereno is popping up everywhere. So I think Kaizer Chiefs, they were a bit clumsy in the later stages of the game, looking at the lineup itself. I mean, they looked from the side of Solomon's Nega Cross, they looked weak. They were both leaking, just a matter of time. And let's not forget Santo Beck pairing here, but they've not played enough games together to be able to think that they can come back with a clean sheet or defend well. So with those ingredients, it was going to be a steal for me if Chiefs were actually going to get a result here. Even a draw was going to be a miracle because Pirates had 3 or 4 chances on quarter in the last 10 minutes or last 15 minutes of the game, which it had enough quality and patience and composure actually would have punished the Kaizer Chiefs. So that's what I'm saying with the Soweto Derby. Had enough moments and things to talk about a lot. But for Kaizer Chiefs' season, it's all in the Nedbank. I mean, this story is written in the stars. As much as we've been making jokes about it and saying, hey, we need to negotiate. Paris, we can give you the 3 points and you give us the Nedbank. That's true. Nabi's season will be decided by this moment. If they win the Nedbank, maybe he has a second stint as a coach. I don't think he's going to last for me the second season fully. He had a preseason. They went to Turkey. He did a squad audit, and he had enough time for me, 3 months, even to really cook a team that could compete in the top 8, top 5, for me, in my opinion. And I think he gets it wrong in moments that matter the most. I don't want to be too critical because the players themselves, Nabo, I think they have to blame themselves too much. I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the next season for management and everything else. But looking at the game, not to talk too much about Kaizer Chiefs' problems and all these things, this game, for me, the better team won. To be honest, if you were to ask me 90 minutes, an hour before this game played, I would have said Pirates wins this game, either by 2-0, 1-0, 2-1. Pirates will still have won. If they had to replay, they would win. Not sure about the Nedbank, I'm sure about the league itself. So it's still a lot to look into when it comes to the final, because obviously the Pirates, for me, again, it's at a disadvantage. They would be fatigued. They have to watch out for suspensions, and the analysts will be looking at them for the final. So if Chiefs win it, they would have done themselves a big justice. But this was a derby I really enjoyed. It was a good game. Enough for us to talk about. Tactically, from both sides, there were good moments. I think Pirates, for the most part, they started showing up the later part of the first half and second half as well. They really showed that the Aseras, or as champions would, from the form that they've actually picked up and the loss against Sekukune, and attitude, man, because they've lost Usbisi and now all of a sudden and they had to win this game, and they did. Fukeng, shout out to you, my boy. Usesemncane, and I think he has a BMT. He's a big match winner when it counts the most. He always comes through for your Pirates. I mean, shout out to Kokomelon. I mean, this kid, he's been phenomenal this season. I think he's a contender for player of the season for me. So yeah, man. I don't know what you guys think. That's all I needed to just get off my chest. I feel better. Kaizer Chiefs, let's track and Bafita Summit next season. I think there's not much we can do. Let's focus on the Nedbank Cup. I'll be back with another episode. Yeah, Sundowns against the Cape Town City tomorrow. Mapagania, signing out.